Welcome everybody to what's going to be a new Let's Play of mine, called Ace Attorney, Miles Edgeworth Investigations. Well, let's start right away. But beforehand, some information. This game costs about £55 on Amazon if you want to purchase it, with like the cover and all. And that's not really worth the price, I would say. No matter how good the game actually is, unless you're a true collector. And I found it to be on Google Play Store, so for Android devices, I believe. And there it costs only £16, so I would recommend that to you. Yeah, that's it. Let's start. Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. Oh, I'm excited. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. Question marks. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe it wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Ooh, Edgeworth's jacket. Ooh. Ooh. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Well, I guess since this is our first case, we'll already know the murderer then. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutors Building, 12th floor hallway. Oh, is that me? It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Oh, the samurai statue. What the? Ah! What's the meaning of this? Yeah, great voice I'm giving him out. I know. Freeze. Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve, committing murder in a prosecutor's office. What? Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Well, if he shoots you now, then you pull your screw. Okay. Well, he's got some nerve talking to you, the murderer, like that. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrust into a multitude of cases in some very frantic and busy days. March 14th, 2:56 a.m. High Prosecutor's Offices, Room 1202. I've finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Oh, it's such a weird new style. Ah! Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in the office, I ran up here straight away. Now, this is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say, the culprits sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing! This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Ho! That's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth! Okay, time to do some investigating! Whew. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. Yeah. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Ah, okay. Lord. Ooh. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office! For security reasons, this office door has a lock built into it. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. Ooh. So that's my new code record, I guess. That is the end result of using logic. So, how do you use it? First, I recall information through the logic button and then connect them together. Now, to touch the logic button and recall the facts. Whew. Crime scene, my office, the office key. Connect. Whew. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. That makes sense. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? Oh, I like this. You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusions, only the truth remains. Something like that was said by Mr. Sherlock. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir! Alright. Basics of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. Examine? I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply touch the examine button. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just touch the partner button, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Ace investigator. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Woo! Is it able to work? Okay, so yeah, revolver. Right, check this out. Yeah. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model. I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Found at the crime scene, it's the same model as those used by precinct detectives. I'm sorry if I pronounce things poorly. Yeah, that's the way I am. So, do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. Something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Oh. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Why isn't he just straight up telling us? Weirdo. Can I? Oh, I can't look at my samurai thing. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that come with a card attached every month like clockwork for you. Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Wendy. Oh no, not the old lady. Oh, what's she called? Apart from Wendy, I don't recall her name. Oh, she was so awesome. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns? Wendy, isn't that the name of that old lady with whiny voice, that stalk? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Ooh, can I look at it? Oh, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai, along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show, gives a presence. Oh yeah, I knew that stuff. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabbit fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with the society knows at least this much. That conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Oh, it's a trophy. The Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only sent this to the reigning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. Yep. Ah, that's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that to him. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Aww. Ah, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. That killer is going to pay, this tea set. You're really mad over this? This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. Where are we, actually? It cost more than your whole month's paycheck. What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Oh, good. Oh, Dick. Your files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killers. The files are messed, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, it's just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. You were assuming that he would have done that when he arrived. Edgeworth. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? Oh, Edgeworth, that's rude. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's see here. There's blood all over. I'm sorry. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area. In other words, he was shot. Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the buddy sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Crime scene notes? In my organizer? Oh, are you going to be capable of keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course, this is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I love how Dick Gumshoe admires us. I'll keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to touch the organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts off. Let's have a look at it. Proof is my profession. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. Okay. Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. The body was found around 2:05 a.m. Alright, so obviously this. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing actually. What a coinkadink. Coinkadink? Coinkadink. Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith, detective. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Alright. Come here, look at his face. Okay, no, that's what we've had already. Alright. But I do want to... we stuck. The chest part. Ouch, they knocked over your chest set. I had it all set up, ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. I have no idea what checkers is. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. You can be a little sweeter than that. Oh, dude. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never thought what. Exactly. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on the sofa. I thought you would be looking at the picture. That thing looks like a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. No, why not? Till this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. Okay, victim was a detective revolver. That should go along, right? The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir! On it now, sir! Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Hey, discovered in my office. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. Ooh. As I always say, you've got to look really careful at each piece of evidence. You can use the scroll wheel to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use the slide bar to zoom in on the nitty-gritty. Yes, precisely. Let's see if we can find anything. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Wick with just one shot after wresting the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. What to do? I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to Jim! Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him! Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure, just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Poitmont. I don't know. Prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Detective Dick oh my god. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you, Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. That was you! You're the one who killed Jim! Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not! I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. Only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. Ooh, spooky atmosphere. What will happen? I'll find out in the next episode. Alright, so that should work, I think. Alright, well, that's an intense start to it, although we already know that that guy's the guy. Well, there's no other way, really. But I mean, that's just the tutorial case, so what do you expect? Anyways, I'm gonna look how well this little episode of Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations is perceived. Is that a word? How well people reacted, if anybody views this at all, and if nobody does, then I'm not gonna continue and just play it in my own spare time, because, you know, I got better things to do. You sure know you watch it? Yeah. Yeah, either way. Let me know if you liked it, preferably by writing a comment. I would really much appreciate that. I check if there's a new comment every now and then. Sometimes there's a 2-week break, but alright, I'll add this to the other recording if I manage. Sorry, it went on to standby and that was a bit weird. And yeah, I check the comments every now and then, and that's that. And I hope you've enjoyed this little episode, and I hope you like the game, because I absolutely love Phoenix Wright games. And what else is this? I could potentially, if you're interested in this, or if you're more interested in Apollo Justice, then I think I have that on my PC, so maybe I could get some emulator to work. I'm not sure on that, though. So yeah. Oh, vibration, what? D-pad touch. Spec mode. Okay, no idea. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and farewell, everybody. I hope I